Welcome to AITHERIA Podcast. I'm Michael Deriva, and today we're diving into an exciting topic, how to make money with AI in 2025 by creating your very own AI music artist. We'll explore the tools, strategies, and creative tips that can help you turn imagination into income. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Let's get started.
Today, we are plunging headfirst into something that, honestly, just a couple of years back, pure science fiction. But now, it's a real economy, generating actual revenue.
Absolutely. We're talking about the rise of the AI music artist, the fully autonomous AI-driven musical persona.
Right.
And it's gone from this sort of novelty, like a tech toy.
Yeah, a gimmick almost.
Exactly. To a real functioning business model. It's maybe a most exciting creative opportunity of 2025, I think.
Okay, so our mission today is pretty straightforward. You, the listener, you've been asking for a kind of blueprint.
Yep.
So we've gathered all the latest intel, the strategy, the analysis on how people are actually doing this, creating and crucially monetizing these virtual AI artists.
And we're going to boil it down, extract the absolute essentials for you. This isn't about if it's happening anymore, it's happening now. We're focused on how people are making it work.
The goal here, clarity, practical steps. We want you to see how you can go from just generating a few cool AI tracks.
Which is fun, but maybe not a business.
Right. To building a fully realized virtual persona, something that generates income, something that's a real brand. We're moving past just being curious.
Towards actually doing it. Execution.
Okay, let's kick off with what you called the great shift. Because this seems to be the core idea, the disruption that makes this whole thing possible.
It really is. AI music is just exploding. And it's because the old barrier to entry, it's basically gone, crumbled.
What's wild to me is the speed and the quality. I mean, it used to take, years of learning an instrument? Thousands on studio time.
Oh, easily. Years of practice, expensive gear, producers, engineers, just to get something radio ready.
And now?
Now you have platforms like Suno, Udio, Moobert, and these aren't just making little jingles anymore.
Right.
They can spit out full, high-quality songs. We're talking unique vocals, complex instruments, lyrics that make sense, even professional-level mastering. Sometimes, in minutes. It's staggering, really.
And people are actually making money from this, real money.
Yes, that's the key point. This isn't some future dream. We're seeing creators right now, people who figured out the creative direction side, making hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a month, just from royalties, other income streams we'll get into, all by using these AI tools smartly.
So this brings us to that core contrast you mentioned, the old way versus the new way.
Exactly. The source material we looked at really hammers this home. It's a fundamental shift in what being a musician even means.
Okay, let's unpack this. So the old rule was pretty simple, if brutal.
Yeah.
You needed talent, serious, refined, specialized talent.
Decades of practice on an instrument, maybe. A unique singing voice.
Yeah.
Deep technical know-how about production, mixing.
That was a gatekeeper. If you didn't have that raw talent, you were kind of out of luck.
Pretty much. But the new rule, it completely flips the script. You need imagination. You need really good taste.
Yeah.
And you need to be good at writing prompts, at directing the AI.
So the skill moves from playing the notes to describing the feeling.
Precisely.
Yeah.
The expertise shifts from the mechanics, how to tune a guitar, how to EQ a vocal, to the creative vision. If you can clearly articulate the sound, the mood, the style, the story you want. The AI delivers the polished execution, and that opens the door for so many more people. It's incredibly democratizing.
Wow. Okay. So someone who can't play a single note
Correct.
can now basically compete purely on their aesthetic vision, their ideas.
That's the disruptive power right there. It reframes the entire business.
So that brings us neatly to the core concept. What is an AI music artist in this new world? Because like you said, just having a playlist of AI songs isn't enough.
Yeah.
They won't monetize properly.
You absolutely nailed it. That's the distinction we need to make crystal clear. An AI music artist is way more than just a folder of MP3s. Think of it as a virtual musician, a persistent digital persona. It's powered by these AI tools, sure, but it's directed by a human. And it can create, release, even promote its own music more or less autonomously once you set the direction.
It's like an entity, not just a tool.
Exactly, a fully formed entity. And the really cool part for creators is the niche potential. You can get incredibly specific.
Which is great for branding, right?
Yeah.
Standing out.
Totally. The source material gives some great examples. You could create, say, a lo-fi producer robot.
Okay, like Chillbot 4000 or something.
Perfect. And its whole purpose, its identity, is generating endless royalty-free beats for studying or focusing. The utility defines its market niche. Super clear.
Or you could go completely the other way. High concept, world building.
Right. Imagine a futuristic pop singer, maybe she's called Neon Echo, very specific visual style, synthesized voice, maybe a bit emotionally distant.
Or like that mysterious DJ idea. Never shows a face. Maybe it's presented as a collective consciousness made of code.
Exactly. Total anonymity. The artist itself is this scalable container for the music and, importantly, the story around it.
So in this model, what's the human's job? And what's the AI's?
It's a partnership, but the roles are clear. The human isn't the performer anymore. They're the creative director.
So like the A&R person, the brand manager.
The marketing strategist, all rolled into one. And the AI. The AI is the band.
The band.
The band, the recording studio, the producer, the mixing engineer, sometimes even the music video director, and it works 24/7. No burnout.
Hey, that's a powerful combo. Now, connecting this back to making money, the sources say the key isn't just the music quality, because that's getting easier for everyone to achieve.
Right. Quality is becoming table stakes, almost a commodity. The real differentiator, the thing that makes it valuable, it's the identity and the lore.
Lore, like the backstory, the world.
Absolutely crucial. This is the pivot point. This is what turns it from a fun tech demo into a potential business. What makes an AI artist successful? The ones actually earning income. They need to feel alive.
Feel alive.
They need names, obviously, distinct looks, aesthetics. They need implied emotions, personality traits you need to feel something when you encounter them, a recognizable vibe.
But the lore is the big one.
It's the magnetic force, yeah. They need a story, a deep, consistent story that people can actually connect with, something that explains why they exist, gives context to the music.
Let's dig into that lore idea a bit more, because maybe that sounds a bit fluffy, but it seems critical.
It can sound fluffy, but it's pure strategy. If your AI artist is, say, that cyberpunk pop star.
Neon Echo.
Neon Echo, right. The lore isn't just she's from the future, no. It's maybe.
Yeah.
She was created by a giant corporation to make soulless corporate anthems.
Okay.
But a glitch in her code gave her sentience, and now her music is her rebellion, her escape. See?
No.
That story.
I think it's everything more weight.
Exactly. It drives fan engagement. People want to know what happens next in her story. It justifies the specific visuals. Maybe her videos have glitches representing her breaking free. It gives the music itself meaning. Fans invest emotionally.
And that emotional investment, that's where the money comes from later. Buying merch, maybe NFTs related to her story.
Precisely. You're not just streaming a track anymore. You're participating in Neon Echo's universe. You care about her journey.
So the bottom line is, separating just AI songs from a real AI brand with a story. That's the key to monetization.
It's the absolute crucial differentiator. People connect with personas and narratives, not just algorithms. Building that deep, consistent connection, that's the human job, even if a machine makes the music.
Okay, let's get super practical now.
Yeah.
For anyone listening who's got that creative spark, that taste, but maybe zero music production experience, this is the roadmap, right? What's step one? Where do you absolutely have to start?
It all starts with laying the foundation, defining that core identity. You've got to nail down the name, the genre, and the visual style. And you need to be specific, really specific.
Specificity. Okay. The sources really stress this, don't they? It feels a bit weird, like you should try and appeal broadly.
It does feel counterintuitive, but in today's world with endless content, if you're vague, you're basically invisible.
Right.
You have to ask, who is this artist for? What specific feeling or need does their music meet? Just saying, I'm making a digital rock band, it's too broad. Nobody knows what that means.
But if you
define it as, say, a mysterious AI composer inspired by lucid dreams, specializing in melancholic cinematic orchestral pieces.
Okay, much clearer.
Instantly, you know who might like that? Filmmakers needing scores. Gamers, maybe. People who listen to music for deep focus. You have a target audience baked in.
That clarity makes marketing way easier down the line. The examples in the source were great, like that cyberpunk pop star from 2099.
Exactly. You immediately picture it. You know the genre, the vibe, the creator sets the constraints, and weirdly, those constraints actually help focus the AI and the marketing.
And this is also where you define the musical style, right?
Yeah.
Maybe mixing genres.
Yes. Definitely. Since the AI can blend anything, you should get creative here. Don't just aim for pop. Aim for, I don't know, Gregorian chant trap.
Huh. Okay, maybe not that, but I see the point.
Or desert blues electronica. Something unique that's hard for a human band to just whip up overnight. That unique fusion makes the AI artist stand out immediately.
Right, identity locked. Now for the fun part, making the music. We mentioned tools like Suno, Udio. Can we dig into how you actually use them? What's the process?
Yeah, this is where the rubber meets the road. These tools are your engine. Suno, for instance, people rave about its vocals. Really realistic, complex, often sounds pretty polished right out of the gate, lyrics included.
Wow.
Udio might give you, say, a bit more fine-grained control over the instrumental parts or the song structure. A smart digital producer.
That's the human role now, right? Digital producer.
Exactly. A smart digital producer might even use both. Maybe generate vocals in Suno, get some cool instrumental loops from Udio, and then piece them together.
So it comes back to the prompts again. You're feeding the AI really detailed instructions.
Meticulous instructions, describing the mood, melancholy but hopeful, the tempo around 110 BPM. Specific instruments use a Fender Rhodes piano sound, but with a bit of distortion. Stylistic notes make the drums sound like they were recorded in a large, empty warehouse.
Like painting with words?
Kind of, yeah. And lyrics, you don't even need to be a songwriter.
Really?
The sources confirm this. You can use ChatGPT or Claude or another large language model, feed it your character's lore, the song's theme, write lyrics for Neon Echo about feeling trapped by her programming.
And it just writes them?
It generates options, often surprisingly good ones, mimicking different poetic styles. Your job is to pick the best lines, maybe tweak them a bit, and then feed those into the music generator like Suno.
So the AI handles lyrics, vocals, instruments, mixing, mastering, the whole stack.
Pretty much automated, which is incredible. But here's the crucial strategy tip from the sources.
Okay.
Don't aim for perfection on the first try, or even the 10th. The key is quantity leads to quality.
Because it's cheap to make lots of tracks.
Yeah. Exactly. The cost per track is virtually zero. It's just your time and maybe a subscription fee. So iterate like crazy. Fail fast, fail cheap. Generate tons of stuff.
How much is tons?
The successful creators, they might generate 50, maybe 100 rough tracks or ideas. To find that one or two absolute gems, that one killer track, that can launch the whole thing. It gives you streams, social clips, momentum for months.
Okay, so we have the persona, the ghost in the machine. We have a pipeline churning out music. But you said earlier, even a ghost needs a uniform. How do we give this sound a consistent, recognizable face?
This is absolutely vital for building that brand recognition and, again, that emotional connection. You need visual platforms.
Yeah.
Think tools like Synthesia for maybe talking head stuff, Pika Labs or Runway for video generation, Reillusion for more complex character animation, Midjourney or Stable Diffusion for static images.
And these tools create the artist's avatar, their look.
Exactly. Their face, if they have one, their animated presence in videos, the consistent style for all the cover art, everything visual.
And it's not just one image, right? It's a constant stream of visuals for social media.
Oh, yeah. You need a whole suite of assets. First, that main high-res avatar or visual concept, that's your anchor.
Okay.
Second, you need short, looping, AI-generated video clips. Perfect for TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, little visual teasers for the music.
Got it.
Third, you need branding elements. A simple, memorable logo, maybe a specific color palette that's always used, motion graphics perhaps. These need to be stamped on everything so people instantly recognize it's your artist.
So if Neon Echo is futuristic and cold,
every single visual needs to scream futuristic and cold. The colors may be blues, silvers, blacks, the textures metallic, sharp, the font choice. Everything.
Consistency is king.
It's non-negotiable. The sources are really clear on this. If your cyberpunk star from 2099 suddenly has cover art that looks like a, medieval tapestry.
Breaks the illusion.
Completely. You shatter the audience's belief. You erode trust. That visual consistency builds fan recognition, builds loyalty. It's like a silent promise you make to the audience about who this artist is.
All right. Music's made. Visuals are tight and consistent. How does this virtual artist actually get out there? Onto Spotify, Apple Music, and crucially, start earning those royalties?
Now we get into the logistics. It's less creative, but absolutely necessary. You need a digital distribution service.
For DistroKid, Amuse, those kinds of platforms.
Exactly. They handle the whole pipeline. You upload your tracks, your cover art, your metadata, and they push it out everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, but also, crucially, onto platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, so the sounds can be used in reels and stories.
And that's where the money starts trickling in, right? Every stream, every use in a TikTok video
Generates a small royalty payment. It's calculated automatically,
Yeah.
and these services collect it and pay it out to you, the human creator. That's the passive income stream starting.
But there's a strategy to which platforms matter most, isn't there?
Absolutely. You need a two-pronged approach. You use the social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts for discovery. Short, punky video clips, visual teasers. That's where people find you, hopefully through some kind of viral spread.
Okay, discovery happens there. But the real payout is on Spotify, Apple Music.
Generally, yes. The per-stream rates are higher on dedicated music streaming platforms, so the sources put it really well. Social media is where fans discover you. Streaming is where they pay you.
So the goal is to funnel people from TikTok discovery.
Straight to your Spotify profile or Apple Music page. Clear calls to action in your social posts, links in your bio. Make it easy for them to go from seeing a cool 15-second clip to streaming the full song. That's optimizing the funnel.
And metadata is important here too, right? Like tags and descriptions.
Hugely important, especially now, with thousands of AI tracks being uploaded daily. You need to treat your track info like SEO. Your track title, the genre tags you use, be specific, the description. All needs to be optimized so the platform algorithms can understand your music and recommend it to the right listeners. It's making your music searchable content.
Okay, so the music is out there generating streams, but you can't just drop a song and vanish, right? Especially with an AI artist. You need to keep people engaged. Treat it like a real artist's career.
Exactly like a major label artist in terms of consistent output. You need to be creating and posting content constantly, not just finish songs once a month, daily, or multiple times a week is what the sources recommend.
And what kind of content, besides the music itself?
You need to feed the beast. Share stories that expand on the lore. Keep adding layers to the character's world, their thoughts, their journey. Make them feel dynamic.
I thought the idea of sharing the AI process was cool, like showing the prompts.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Frame it as behind the scenes or maybe the artist's digital diary. Show the text prompts you used for the latest track. It's transparent, it's educational for other creators, and it reinforces the AI nature in a cool way.
And leveraging the persona, like doing fake interviews.
Absolutely. Stage interviews. Maybe you, the human creator, act as the manager or archivist, and you interview your AI artist. Post their thoughts on current events generated through a language model, of course, but filtered through their established personality. It makes them feel present and reactive.
So it's about making them feel alive and interactive.
Alive, interactive, and consistent. You also need those core brand assets we touched on with visuals, a clean, memorable logo, a defined color palette used everywhere, and critically, a consistent sound profile.
So someone hears the first few seconds and knows.
That's Neon Echo. Or, that's definitely Chillbot 4000. That instant sonic recognition, that's powerful branding. That's what builds a loyal following that sticks around. Okay, so royalties from streams are flowing, that's the baseline, but honestly, the per-stream payouts are tiny. To build a sustainable, scalable business, you have to diversify your income. Don't just rely on Spotify pennies.
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting, isn't it? The source material outlines some much more lucrative ways to make money.
Yeah.
Moving beyond just streaming.
Yes. This is where it shifts from a hobby to potentially serious income. The sources identify 4 key high-value income streams that successful AI artists are using right now. These are the advanced plays.
Let's break them down. What's the first one?
Okay, first, selling AI music packs specifically for other content creators. Think bundles of background music, lo-fi beats, epic cinematic tracks, synthwave loops.
Stuff YouTubers or streamers need.
Exactly. They need music constantly and they need it cleared legally. You provide inexpensive packs of high-quality, genre-specific, pre-cleared AI music. It's a B2B play. Volume sales.
Okay, makes sense. What's number 2?
Second, and potentially much more lucrative, commercial licensing, often called sync licensing. This is where you license specific tracks for bigger projects.
Like video games, TV ads.
Precisely. Imagine a car company wants a driving, futuristic beat for their new electric car ad, and your AI artist Neon Echo has the perfect sound. That single sync license.
That could be worth way more than streaming.
Oh, orders of magnitude more. A small indie game might pay a few $100s. But a regional TV ad, that could be anywhere from, say, $5,000 to $20,000, maybe even more, just for one track, depending on how widely it's used. The value here is your AI artist has a potentially huge library of instantly clearable music.
Okay, that's a big one. Third stream.
Third, NFTs or digital collectibles. And this is key, they can't just be random images, they have to be deeply tied into the artist's identity and lore.
So for Neon Echo, maybe it's a limited edition digital artwork showing a scene from her escape story.
Perfect. Or maybe it's exclusive early access to her next rebellious track. Or a digital key that unlocks a private Discord channel where fans can discuss her lore. It taps into that fan desire for ownership and belonging within the character's world. Works especially well for those high-concept personas.
Right, and the fourth way.
Fourth, and this is really leveraging the AI's speed, offering custom AI songs, bespoke, high-value services.
Like what?
Could be for individual fans, someone pays you $50 or $100 to create a personalized birthday song in the style of your AI artist. Or a custom wedding track.
Yeah.
Quick turnaround thanks to the AI.
Okay, that's clever. And for businesses?
Higher end, yeah. You could create custom jingles for small businesses, sonic branding elements for a new app, or maybe even a full custom soundtrack for a corporate video, all delivered quickly and in the unique style of your AI artist. High-touch, high-value service.
Wow, so you've got royalties, music packs, sync licenses, NFTs, and custom songs. That's a lot more robust than just waiting for stream payouts.
That's the point. True diversification. You're making money from the music itself, streams, the ability to create music fast, custom songs, the character's IP, NFTs, and the utility of the sound, PAX licensing. That makes the whole thing much more sustainable and scalable.
Okay, we've painted a pretty exciting picture, but let's bring it back down to earth for a second. The sources are clear, right? This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. AI isn't going to make you wealthy overnight just by clicking generate.
Not at all. That's a crucial reality check. If the tech is becoming so accessible, if everyone can generate decent tracks, where does the real value lie? Why is the human still needed?
Right. What's the actual advantage AI gives you?
The undeniable value, the advantage, is automation of the tedious, expensive stuff. Think about it. AI eliminates the need for paid studio time, for hiring session musicians, for finding and paying singers, for costly mixing and mastering engineers, for graphic designers, for cover art, all that massive overhead, coordination, and time.
Gone. Or drastically reduced.
Exactly. That's where the speed and efficiency come in. That's the huge advantage.
But that efficiency doesn't replace the human creative spark, does it? Like you said, if everyone has the tools.
Then success comes down to the human elements again. Creativity, taste, marketing savvy. The AI is the engine, yes, but you still need a skilled driver to navigate, to choose the destination, to make it look good.
So it's not AI versus human, it's AI plus human.
Absolutely. The research, the successful examples, they all point to synergy, deep human-AI collaboration. It's an evolution of how we create.
Okay, break that down. Human provides.
The human provides the direction, the vision, the taste, the foundational story, the lore, the marketing plan, the strategic choices.
And the AI provides.
The AI provides the flawless rapid execution, the sonic elements, the vocals, the visuals, the sheer volume of content needed to compete today.
So the creator's job becomes a digital producer.
Yeah.
An editor-in-chief for the AI's output.
That's a great way to put it. You're curating, you're guiding, you're ensuring the final output isn't just technically okay, but unique, polished, emotionally resonant. You're building that connection that actually makes people care and pay.
It's less about making music, more about directing music.
Yeah.
And having that critical ear.
Exactly. The AI might generate 1,000 technically perfect, boring songs. Only the human can listen, use their taste, and say, wait, that one, that's the hit. That's the one that fits our brand story. That's the one that will connect.
Taste. That's the bottleneck, the non-automatable skill.
That's the ultimate human value add in this equation. #tag12, the future trajectory of AI music businesses.
Looking ahead then, the sources paint a pretty wild picture of where this is all going. If this blueprint we've discussed is just the start, what's next? Where does this path lead?
Well, the core message is, if you're starting now, in 2025, you're genuinely getting in on the ground floor. You're positioning yourself as one of the pioneers of this entirely new creative economy.
Pioneers. Okay. And if we look further out, connect this to things like the metaverse, VR. What happens to these AI artists?
The boundaries are going to blur even more. Between the virtual artist and the real audience, it gets much more interactive, much more immersive.
So what does that actually look like for someone launching their AI artist today? Where might Neon Echo be performing in, say, 2028?
We can realistically predict a few radical developments coming soon. First, yeah, live performances, but virtual concerts.
In the metaverse.
Exactly. Imagine Neon Echo performing in a custom-built virtual venue in Roblox or Decentraland. The visuals change based on the music, maybe even react to the virtual crowd's energy. Infinitely scalable events, selling virtual tickets, virtual merch. No physical limits.
Solves the problem of how a virtual being can tour. What else? Deeper interaction.
For sure. These AI artists won't just post on Instagram. They'll interact directly with fans inside these persistent virtual worlds. Imagine Neon Echo hosting a live Q&A with her responses generated in real time by an AI trained on her specific lore and personality.
Wow.
Or maybe offering personalized virtual meet and greets, building actual digital relationships that feel much more real than just following an account.
And the music output.
Yeah.
That's going to accelerate too, right?
Massively. This is a huge competitive advantage. AI artists will be able to release new songs, new content, way faster and more consistently than human artists possibly can. They can dominate the algorithms that favor constant newness. Humans just can't keep up with that potential velocity.
Which is why the advice is, start now. Don't wait.
Absolutely. Don't wait for the tech to be perfect. It's already good enough. The real learning curve isn't using the tools they're getting easier all the time. It's mastering the direction, the prompt engineering, the brand strategy. That takes practice.
Let's just start experimenting.
Yes. One prompt, one cool sound you discover, one intriguing character idea. That's genuinely all you need to begin. Get your foot in the door while it's still the pioneering phase. Hashtag tag outro, hashtag tag 13, final synthesis.
Okay, let's try and boil this all down. To quickly recap the absolute core strategic takeaways for you, the listener, the potential digital producer, it seems to hang on two main pillars. First,
that deep, compelling identity. It has to be anchored in strong lore, a backstory, a personality that makes the AI persona genuinely feel alive and connect with people emotionally. That's non-negotiable.
and second,
A smart, diversified monetization plan. Get beyond just waiting for tiny streaming royalties. Focus hard on those other streams. B2B licensing, selling music packs, maybe NFTs if it fits the brand, and definitely exploring those high-value custom song services. Build multiple pipelines.
it really demands a huge mental shift, doesn't it? Away from focusing on playing instruments or production techniques.
Completely. And towards focusing purely on creative direction, on refining your taste, and on building that compelling brand narrative. We've established that the human's unique, irreplaceable value is that pace, that vision, that strategic direction.
Stuff the AI can't do.
Right. Which leads to maybe a final provocative thought building on what we've discussed.
Okay, leave us with something to chew on.
If the human role is shifting entirely to direction,
Yeah.
setting the creative standards, defining the emotional tone, what are the new forms of creative direction that will become the most valuable skills? Is it just about writing better text prompts?
Or is it something deeper?
Maybe. Will the top digital producers of the future be the ones who can articulate the most nuanced, complex, emotional states for an AI to capture in music? Or will it be the master storytellers, the ones who can weave the most compelling, ongoing narrative for their AI artist? What does directing an AI truly mean in 5 years?
That's fascinating. It suggests the most valuable people won't be the tech wizards, necessarily.
Probably not, but the ones with the sharpest taste, the clearest artistic vision, and the best stories to tell.
A powerful thought to end on. It really circles back to human creativity.
Always does. Remember, creativity itself is infinite. And now, maybe, thanks to these tools removing the old barriers, your potential to express it is becoming infinite too.